In this video, I'm going to uncover the most effective strategy you can apply using the Heiken Ashi indicator. I won't waste your time going over unnecessary details like who created it or the math behind it, because none of that is going to help you earn profits. Instead, before we proceed, don't forget to tap the like button to support us and subscribe to the channel if you're visiting for the first time. See you right after the intro and disclaimer. We're going straight to the point and the strategies. So first, let me clarify for beginners who are still new to this indicator. Heiken Ashi candles do not display the actual market price. Like in this example, I'm using Heiken Ashi candles, and it shows a large green candle. But if you check the regular candlestick, it only shows a small candle. So when you're backtesting the Heiken Ashi strategy, you shouldn't use Heiken Ashi candles for that, because they don't represent the actual price. Instead, you'll want to use an indicator named Heiken Ashi, which will display both the actual price and the Heiken Ashi candles. Now that we've cleared that up, let's move on with the strategy. When it comes to trading, identifying a trend isn't as easy as it sounds. A trend usually doesn't appear like this, with all the candles showing the same color. Most trends actually appear like this. Sure, in hindsight it might seem simple, but when you're trading in real time, these mixed colored candles can be misleading and may trigger false signals. So rather than focusing on these distracting candles that could give inaccurate signals, most trends actually appear like this. Sure, in hindsight it might seem simple, but when you're trading in real time, these mixed colored candles can be misleading and may trigger false signals. So rather than focusing on these distracting candles that could give inaccurate signals, with Heiken Ashi, you'll instead see candles all showing the same color, making it much easier to spot the trend in real time. That's the purpose of Heiken Ashi. It helps filter out market noise and provides a clearer picture of the overall direction. So here's a simple method to spot the current trend using the Heiken Ashi chart. A strong bullish trend can be identified when the candle is green, has a long body, and doesn't show any lower wicks. You can recognize a strong bearish trend when the candle is red, has a big body, and shows no upper wicks. We all know that trends don't last forever. Eventually, they lose strength and start to reverse. Fortunately, the Heiken Ashi is also built to help spot potential reversals. On a Heiken Ashi chart, you'll come across doji candles like this one. A doji forms when a candle has a tiny body and both upper and lower wicks. Here's how to catch reversals using a doji on the Heiken Ashi chart. First, identify the ongoing trend. Next, look for a doji candle within that trend. It can be any color, as long as it's a doji. Then, wait for two large candles of the opposite color to form right after. Just like in this example, on this chart, we're in an uptrend and we spot a doji candle. What we need to do next is wait for two candles of the opposite color, which in this case would be red, to show up. Both of these candles should have only one wick. That setup becomes our entry signal. In this scenario, we go for a sell position. Now let's check out another example. Here, you can clearly see the price is in a strong downtrend, and then a doji candle forms. After that, two large candles with single wicks appear in the opposite color of the trend, in this case, green candles. That becomes our entry signal to take a buy position. And that's how you use Heiken Ashi candles to spot potential reversals. The next strategy I prefer to use when trading with Heiken Ashi is by pairing it with the stochastics indicator. I won't go into too much detail about the stochastics because it's pretty straightforward, and I want to keep this video concise. Basically, it works similarly to the RSI. When the lines drop below the lower band, it means the market is oversold and likely to reverse upward. If it moves above the upper band, it indicates the market is overbought and may likely reverse downward. But when trading with the stochastics indicator, you shouldn't rely solely on overbought or oversold signals to enter trades, because using it that way can result in plenty of false signals. For instance, in this example, if you acted on every signal from the stochastics, you would end up taking unnecessary losses. Instead, we need to include a second confirmation tool, such as the Heiken Ashi, to strengthen our analysis. So here's how you can trade using the combination of the Heiken Ashi and stochastics indicators. What you want to look for are overbought or oversold levels where the Heiken Ashi hasn't shown strong momentum yet. Let me give you an example. In this case, the stochastics dropped to the oversold zone, but the price had already made a significant move down. These are the kinds of setups we want to avoid because the downward momentum is already well established. Instead, we're looking for scenarios like this, where the stochastics reaches the oversold zone, but the price hasn't shown a strong downward move yet. In this case, a reversal to the upside becomes more likely. Now let's check another example. Here, the stochastics moved from overbought to oversold territory, but during that time, the price didn't drop much, indicating weak selling pressure. That makes this a solid opportunity to consider a buy position. Let's go through one more example. Here, the stochastics is sitting in the oversold zone, but the price hasn't shown any strong downward momentum, which means selling volume is quite low. So, this sets up a solid buying opportunity. Thanks for watching. I've just shared with you some of the most effective strategies you can use with the Heiken Ashi indicator. All I ask in return is a small favor: just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a couple of clicks, and it really helps me out. Plus, you'll be the first to know when I upload more high-quality trading content like this. I'll catch you in the next video.